Hey there everyone, Roger DeVoe here, and I noticed that a lot of people in a lot of different threads in this group really seem to not quite understand exactly how Google Hangouts relates to YouTube, which relates to WebinarJam. So I'm just going to shoot this real quick video for you guys to hopefully just kind of explain how it all works together so that you have a clearer understanding of how it all works and how it goes. So let me just show my desktop with you. And to start, I'm going to bring you over to YouTube. Now in YouTube, you can actually stream and broadcast a live event to YouTube. So what I'm going to do is bring up new live event. I'm just going to call it test. It doesn't matter. And you would do what I'm about to do if you just want to record a video. You're not doing a webinar, but let's say you just wanted to record a simple video like I'm doing now. You can actually just use YouTube and Hangouts, and I'll show you how to do that in a second, to record your video. So I'm just saying, you know what? I want to broadcast live. I'm going to do it right now. So I'm not going to worry about a description. Now, if you were shooting a video for your business that you're hoping gets some Google love and Google traffic, here's where you would enter in the description, what the video is. You want to get your keywords, your tags, because Google loves live broadcasting video. So it could be a really good tool for your business. Now, here's the important part. So we know we want to broadcast live to YouTube, and YouTube is also going to automatically record that video for us and save it as a YouTube video. And first, I'm going to make mine unlisted because the regular public doesn't want to watch this video. But you'll notice here, there are two ways to broadcast live on YouTube. Custom is if you have a software, like you may have heard people talk about a software like Wirecast, or there are even more professional softwares where you basically have almost like a video studio on your computer and you can broadcast from your computer to YouTube Live. Most people do not have this kind of software. So instead of having that built-in studio software on your computer, you can use Google Hangouts on Air to broadcast to YouTube. And this is how most people do it. So I'm just going to say go live now so you can actually see how the Hangout works. And then I'm going to show you how this relates to WebinarJam Studio and how your webinar jams actually work. So faster internet would probably make this video. I'm just on my Wi-Fi right now. So you'll see what happened is I said broadcast through a Hangout. So now YouTube just opened up a Google Hangout on Air for me. And you're going to notice down here at the bottom, it's loading up. And when that's ready, I can actually broadcast live. Now I've got my camera turned off because I'm actually using it in the software I'm using to record this video. But you're going to notice this is pretty much the same as inside your WebinarJam. So this is what most people can use. This is a Google Hangout on Air. And by hitting start broadcast, I'm going to be streaming live to YouTube. YouTube is automatically going to record this video. And in the end, when I'm done, inside my video manager in YouTube, I'm going to have a recording of this video there waiting for me. So you're going to notice this is where if you wanted to just share this link with people, you can actually pick up the link here. And anyone you share this link, they're going to be able to watch your live broadcast. Now I'm going to shove this in for people who have, maybe you've done a couple test webinars and you've had people have a couple difficulties. Let me bring it back for a second. If you've maybe done a practice webinar and you have someone in the chat who just can't seem to get it working. They can't seem to watch the video, and it happens sometimes. And it's not just WebinarJam Studio. Let me tell you, I've done a lot of webinars where I've just embedded Hangouts right in my website, building my own funnel, and I've still had people, half the time they're using Internet Explorer still, and that explains it, but I still have people that have had problems with it. So if you're having someone who just can't watch it, instead of panicking and continuing on that person, all I do, and this is same within WebinarJam, you're going to have this option, click the links button at the below, copy this YouTube video, and just private message them. Send them this link and say, hey, you can watch the video here from YouTube and just jump back to this page to participate in the chat box. Because when they click this link, it's going to open a separate window for them. And usually that will solve their problem. Usually people can watch the video straight from YouTube and let me show you my screen here. So usually people using this link here that you share with them can watch the video straight from YouTube And so they'll, it's not perfect because they're going to have your video open in YouTube and they'll have to jump back over to your page for the comments, but at least they're listening and you can move on and you're not halting your whole webinar because one or two people can't watch the whole thing. So when you're ready to broadcast live, pretty much just like if you're in studio, you just hit start broadcast and you're ready to go. And that's it. So I just hit start broadcast and now I'm broadcasting. And the same rules apply that happen within your WebinarJam. Basically, there's a 30 to 45 second delay from what I'm saying to what the people watching would hear. And in fact, why don't I just show you this link? I'm going to copy it and let's just put it over here. And I'm going to mute it. But this will actually be where people can watch live. Of course, it doesn't show much because my camera wasn't on, but people can watch the live stream right here from YouTube. You can see the countdown down timer going, and they will usually be able to watch this without a problem while you are sitting back in your Hangout and on your webinar. So let me stop this. So that's the relationship of, Hangouts on Air and YouTube. Hangouts on Air is really the broadcasting tool that allows just about anyone for free to broadcast a video to YouTube Live. And very, very quickly in a few minutes, that video I just shot is going to show up here within my video manager. So that's the relationship of that. But let me show you really quick what happens in WebinarJam. So I just set up a simple little webinar here, and I'm going to take my live presenter link and I'm just going to paste it in a new tab. So a lot of you may have seen this. So now all that live presenter tab does is it's going to do the same thing. It's going to make me sign in, of course, always. You think I'd have the right password automatically saved? But look, it's just launching a Hangout. So again, Hangouts on Air just becomes the tool that's allowing you to broadcast. Now you're also going to, I will make this note, some people were noticing when it automatically emailed everyone on their Gmail list when they launched their webinar and they wanted it private. Make sure you don't have any circles in this list. When you're first doing this, I can't actually do that, cool. When you're first doing this, Google will actually try to make you advertise this to your circles. Hit X's. You don't want this broadcast to anyone. It's still going to post to your Google Plus profile, but that doesn't matter. Most people won't see that. So just make sure this box is empty. Start your Hangout on Air. And look, you're just in a Hangout on Air. And what WebinarJam Studio is just an app within Google Hangouts. Think of it like a skin. And so it just gives you the webinar feel to your Google Hangout live broadcast. So what you need to do before you invite any other presenters and before you can even have any attendees see what you're doing, before you start your broadcast, select your webinar date, enter the room. Now you're going to see this pop up. Now I'd be able to add in any other presenters, anything else I'm doing. And you're going to notice, look, the same way, that link for people that are having trouble, I always copy this YouTube link and make sure I'm ready to share it with anyone who just can't watch the video, or some people said, maybe it's refreshing on them. For some reason, they can't see it. Share that YouTube link. 9 times out of 10, they can watch it there, and you're moving on with your webinar. It doesn't take a long time. And then you just, same thing, hit start broadcast. Your attendees are going to see your broadcast start. And now, hang tight. I know let me bring you back here. I know I kind of whip through that a little bit, and I'm gonna do a webinar that I'll record, in the next couple days, where I'm gonna take you through step by step, setting it up, getting it launching, so that you don't have any problems. Because I've now done 5 or 6 different webinar jams with the new studio, and have had almost no problems. I've done practice webinars. I've done webinars live with clients. I've done sales through webinars using the pop-ups, the pop-ins, the live broadcasting, bringing in the chat box. I just did this morning a 4-hour training that people paid to attend with WebinarJam Studio, and it all went off without a hitch. It worked really, really well. So I want to try to make sure that I can help you do that. So again, this video, I'm hoping that you just now get a better idea when people are talking about Google Hangouts and YouTube Live and your video shows up on YouTube Live, the exact same thing happens. So when you're presenting in your WebinarJam studio, you are presenting through a Google Hangout on air. WebinarJam Studio is the skin that allows you to present it like a webinar. It's what builds your landing pages and allows you to have the chat function, allows you to have people ask questions, allows you to insert polls and pop-ups, and all those great things that really make it a lot easier to earn money on webinars. Trust me, it's been a lifesaver. But the Hangouts on Air is the actual tool that's allowing you to broadcast. And all of this is allowing you to broadcast through YouTube itself. And that's why at the end of every broadcast, you have a saved YouTube video that you can either leave unlisted or you can even make it public if you did a webinar that was all value-based and you're hoping to get a little search engine love. So again, hopefully that helped you. Feel free to shoot me any questions if something didn't really make sense, but I really hope that I was able to clear some things up for you. So till the next video or the next post, see you then. And my biggest tip, practice. Launch a Hangout, grab a few friends from Facebook or wherever, get them into your webinar, and just practice and get a feel for how